welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam. Today I am playing some more Death and Taxes in Modern, but this one is with a pretty heavy spirit theme. I know a while back I featured a version of this deck that splashed for Mausoleum Wanderer and Spell Queller, which I thought was pretty cool. This version goes a lot heavier on spirits, going as far as play Drogskull Captain and Rattle Chains, both of which just play well with the deck, protect some of your key pieces. I guess Rattle Chains doesn't protect all things. I'm not sure if that targets just a spirit or any creature. Let's make sure I know that. Yeah, target spirit. That's what I thought. But still, like protecting your other things, which goes really well with Curious Obsession, a card that I think is pretty powerful and hasn't been fully explored yet. So excited to see it in this deck. I think everything makes a lot of sense. I like how the deck is put together, and we'll see how it goes. Opening hand is good. Opponent also kept 7. They are on the play. Okay. So I'm going to have turn 1 Wanderer, turn 2 Arbiter probably, into turn 3 Path your blocker. Hopefully the Arbiter is still in play. Plus Obsession something. Probably just the Arbiter itself. Ugh. Well, the good news for my matchup against a mill deck is that I don't search my library. So Archive Trap is really bad. I wonder if I'm just supposed to Path of this Hedron Crab right now. Or I guess I can do it on the upkeep. I think I am. I don't think giving them more lands is that relevant, and just keeping as many things in my... Oh, I have this Thalia. My Path of Thalia is such a nombo. I can just this Wanderer might be able to just trade for a Glimpse or something here. I'm just going to do things the normal way and take some mill from this Hedron Crab and hope it works out. This also clocks them. I think just turn 1 Wanderer, turn 2 Thalia, turn 3 Arbiter, Path your Crab is really strong. And then I'll just Obsession later. I mentioned this on Monday. I keep playing decks where my sweet new cards aren't very good. This is not a matchup where I think Obsession is very good. I milled 3 lands, including 2 copies of Ghost Quarter, which is sad face when I have an Arbiter. Okay. Tapped land. So I doubt they're casting a spell here. You want to attack? Okay. Well, unfortunately, they wisely used 2 fetch lands here. I imagine if they had a non-fetch land, they would have used it turn 1 for the crab to save fetches for it. But I'm going... hold on. This is the one I want. I will play a Thalia. I think Thalia is going to put a pretty significant wrench in their plans. They're going to get some good milling here from the Hedron Crab. And that is about it. Okay, well. Be down to 39 cards here after this last trigger. Still plenty. And they still can't cast spells. Ooh, let's get the Sequin Coast down. Right on time with that coast. Get some tax in. Okay. Are they thinking about blocking here? Are they just out of lands? You still have time to chump block. I guess they don't because I have Path, but I want them to think that. Ooh, Fatal Push. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. If I had a Rattle Chains, I could play it and make this a 2/2. But Fatal Push works. Take 1. This does now prevent them from paying for this Arbiter, which is cool. I guess they could have another push, but I'll just sack the Wanderer then. So I guess I can search my library if I path my own creature. So I will try to avoid doing that in this matchup. Okay, they are down to 4 cards. Usually these decks have 4 Archive Trap, and sometimes it's like 1 or 2 Trapmaker Snare, because it's one of the more powerful cards in the deck. And it being horrendous in this matchup is a big plus. So hopefully at least one of them is some dead Archive Trap. I've got a 3-point attack here, and then play Selfless Spirit. I guess I can Obsession into Spirit. And then attack for 4. And have them dead in 2 more turns. Well, there's Surgical Inthalia, but players can't search libraries, right? So they're not going to be able to look at my library. So this is really just a Coffin Purge. They get Coffin Purge plus look at my hand, I guess. Not great. Not great at all. Okay. Well, let's get some beatdowns going on. I'm going to play the Selfless Spirit first, so I can protect whatever I Obsession from a removal spell. Opponent messaged me, probably about that interaction. Yeah, forgot about the Arbiter. Now the Wanderer is a 2. Oh yeah, that pumps the Wanderer too. So this is going to be a 5-point attack, and then I'll have 6 power. I wonder if there's a succession of draws that ends the game next turn. There's some value in putting the Obsession on Wanderer to make its power bigger, but I don't see myself sacrificing the Obsession to creature, so I'll just put it on Arbiter. Get in for 5. Draw a card. Another Vial. Well, it's probably going to play a Vial anyway. Not the best of draws, but we are very far ahead. And a tapped land is not going to do much. Ooh, Drug Skull Captain. Does that actually do it? This is 6. No, this will get me to 9. Because it pumps the Wanderer and the Spirit, and then the Wanderer also triggers. So yeah, I have 3 power creatures. 1 point short. But I don't think that's going to make a difference. Unless I draw a gut shot off of this Curious Obsession. Huh? Sure, why not? Another Vial. Well, these Vials weren't on time, but does not matter. Can you mill 34 cards out of my deck? I'd be impressed. I guess they could pay the 2, play a Field of Ruin, my land, have 1 mana up, and triple Archive Trap me. That would have done it. That would have been pretty cool. I don't know. I think I would be I would honestly just be happy if they did that to me, but this is not going to start a winning line. They get to see 8 more cards in my deck. Oh wow, they had the Field of Ruin. Sure. Nice little strip mine there. And a rattle chains. Okay, well, we'll move to sideboarding in a matchup that should be quite good. Anytime your deck naturally makes your opponent's best card a blank, you're in good shape. That is a good place to start. Not a great sideboard for this matchup. Actually pretty horrific. I definitely want the 4th Thalia. And I probably want Disenchant. Usually these mill decks have Mesmeric Orb, so Disenchant seems good. What do I want to cut? I talked about Obsession not being good. There's a question of how many paths I want. I'm not sure if these mill decks have some sort of creatures in their board, some transformational sideboard. I don't think they do. But Hedron Crab is still an important card to path. So I think 3 paths is a good number to have. I don't think Rest in Peace is good. So I think I'm just going to bring out 2 Obsessions and bring in these 2 cards. Yeah, matchups are very good already. Don't really need to sideboard all that much. Well, we have the Arbiter, which is pretty good. We don't have a Thalia. Queller is good. We have some other stuff to do. This is probably a keep. Wish we had a Vial. Whatever. Oh, from anywhere. Okay. Well, that is a reason to want Rest in Peace. Did not know that card existed. Even though it's M15, okay. And now they do have the Hedron Crab. And no fetch land to follow up, that's nice. But this game could be rough. They're going to gain a whole lot of life. That's 1, okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Come on, Aether Vial. Why do you got to do me like that? But I'm going to get this Arbor down to try to stop them from fetching as efficiently. Hopefully I draw a land next turn and can play Vial plus hold up Rattle Chains. And then start holding up Queller. 2 creatures now. Well, that was a hasty crack on that fetch. Probably wanted to pay the 2. Maybe they they had the push too. That's a little embarrassing. Little out of order. But now I did draw a land, so I can play this Vial. So let's do it. Could hold up Queller here, but I'll be able to quell something pretty soon. I'm a little worried about Field of Ruin now. One more life. Field of Ruin is their one way to turn on Archive Trap. I guess they could have Surgical too. Ugh. Well, they gain 5 more life. But they are down to 2 cards. And they don't have any like repeated source of mill to close this game out. So as long as I get to quell one of their remaining spells, I should be able to put a pretty nice clock on. Let's get a counter on this Vial. That's a lot of rattle chains. I'm gonna shoot for 2. Profane Memento. Have I milled my disenchant yet? Nope. I could be in... I guess I wouldn't be in that much more trouble if they had gotten to fetch 3 more. Okay, 1 more life. They're 28. How many cards? I have 23. Yeah, definitely don't want them drawing 3 more cards. So let's call that one, shall we? And as long as they can't kill it, and they can't push it right now, and I get to untap with Selfless Spirit Rattle Chains, I'll be okay. Like a Dismember here would be great. Surgicaling Thalia. You know, if they had thought about and seen that Spell Queller and Surgical Queller in response, they could have forced through that Visions. Also, Thalia is not great when they have 4 lands and very few cards, so this does not seem like a great line. It also prevents them from drawing Archive Trap if that's still in their deck. I guess I have to search my deck. Surgical doesn't turn it on. They are searching my deck, not me. Did you get to take some cards out of my deck? Down to 24 cards, but they're on no cards in hand. And I'm going to add 4 power, then 4 power at the very least to the battlefield each turn. So they're going to go to 24, and then 16, and then 4, and then dead. 4-turn clock. That seems pretty good to me. I'm going to just get this down main phase and leave up the Rattle Chains. I could flash it because I have Rattle Chains in play, but... Whoosh you. Now, actually, this speeds it up a bit, doesn't it? Because now I get to add 6 power this turn. So that makes it... that just leaves them at 2 on that other turn. On the turn, I would leave them at 4. Unless I can draw another creature. And obviously, they can gain some life in the meantime. Ugh. That I do not like. Ugh. So I currently have 4 tapped permanents. To put these 2 Rattle Chains into play, I'd have to go to 7. And then I have to tap 5 and then 6. That's 18 cards getting milled. I think I'm just supposed to... I'm not supposed to cast a Rattle Chains, I think. This is just 5 cards. This is also going to gain them a pretty fair chunk of life. Yeah, there's a creature. How many Droxel Captains? That would be a good one. I've got 2 in the graveyard, so 2 left in my deck. I guess we'll leave this on 2. I don't even want to play that. I guess what I can do... Now they're back at 27. Jesus. I might lose to this Mesmeric Orb. And I have to attack. That's a given. I think I have to get both of these onto the battlefield. This gets them to 19. This will be 12. But I'm going to be milling a bunch in that time, so they're probably going to gain a fair chunk of life. Seeing as most of my deck is creatures, I've got 2 Vials left in the deck. I have 1 Obsession left in the deck. and I have 2 paths. So that's 5, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is the disenchant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 lands. How many lands are in my deck? 21, so that's 11. So I only have 6 creatures left in my deck? Ugh, I keep maximizing this. With only 6 creatures left in my deck, that gets them to 25. So as long as I get 3 attacks, I should be good. So the weird thing that I'm thinking about here is casting a Rattle Chains and Ghost Quartering my own land to take a tapped land off the battlefield. So, and I think that's right. So I'm going to play a Rattle Chains here. I'm going to Ghost Quarter now in case they have Archive Trap still in their deck. Do that way. Ghost Quarter this land. Do not use Ghost Quarter's ability, because I don't want to take a card out of my deck. Now I can play this land untapped. That was another motivating factor. Now I still have 3 lands. And so this is only going to untap 6 cards, and I could just Ghost Quarter this land too. I'm a little wary of doing that, because I don't want to. I want to leave myself with the ability to play a 3-drop or a 2-drop if I draw one. And I think I can mill 6, then 6, and be fine. I mean, I'm going to need them to brick a bit. And they don't have a lot of bricks. This is 3 cards. Now they just milled land, and a creature. So back up to 20. Okay, let's activate this. This is going to be a close one. I'm going to go to 8. You know what? I actually just think I can't afford to mill another card. This is 6. Like, I'm going to mill 6, then 6. So I can't tap these lands anyway. So I'm just going to Ghost Quarter this tapped land. No. I'm going to move this to 3 because that's the most important thing. There's another land, and Vial, Captain, and Queller. So let's pull this out and try to figure out what the remaining 9 cards in my deck are. So I definitely have an Image. I have a Mausoleum Wanderer. I said I had 6 creatures left, and they milled 2, so I have 4, and that's 2 of them. And I have a Queller and a Captain. Is that really it? I feel like I have more creatures in my deck than I thought, and I've miscounted somewhere. I think I have a Selfless Spirit too. But I think I have about as many 2s as 3s, but the 3s are just way more important. So so I'm going to put it up to 3. Not the best. That's 8 cards. Okay, I need them to draw like another Profane Memento or another, like a land kills me because of the crab. A push probably does it. just by killing a creature. Because I have, I mean, this is 8 cards. I have several creatures left in my deck. If they mill more than 2, I can't win. I might just be deterministically dead. So definitely a long shot. That Profane Memento has gained probably, I mean, how many creatures are in my graveyard? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and one of these Thalias got milled too, that's exiled. So that's 17 life they've gained off of this Profane Memento. That is really good. Wow. That is probably going to do it too. Actually, no, it doesn't do it. Because of the vial. So I get to, although they are going to mill down, I am going to mill down to 1 card. I think I need the bottom card to be a creature. I don't know. That's a 1 Wanderer. I need there to be only 1 creature in the top 5 cards of my deck. Let's file this in. If they had just milled, if they had just bounced one of the 2 drops, I couldn't win. But because of they milled, they counter the exact wrong one. I guess like Selfless Spirit, I would sack in response, but then I probably just wouldn't be able to kill them. They would need to mill 1 creature in 5 cards. Which I guess is what they need to do anyway. But if they had just targeted a Rattlechains. Okay. Yeah, can't. Also, if I have Captain on the bottom of my deck, it doesn't even matter what the other cards I mill are. There's a Path, that's a good. Oh, there's the Captain, that's not good. Attica Waste. Oh no! Oh, so close. There's the Path. There's a Curious Obsession. Actually, Obsession would have also been a game-winning play. Oh, wait. How did I... Oh, I had to tap the Vial. Oh, so I was dead. Okay, I forgot about the Vial now being a thing. Okay. Yeah, I guess whatever. I guess I was dead, regardless, but... Oh, that's kind of frustrating. If I had 1 more card in my deck, I could have drawn the Obsession to exactly kill them. Yeah, I think I had 1 more creature in my deck that I somehow missed on the count, right? Maybe not. But, oh, that was a close one. And that Profane Memento was incredible. I might win that game if I had drawn the Vial for turn 1 and just be a little bit faster. Am I supposed to bring in Ceremonious Rejection to counter Memento and Mesmeric Orb? The Orb they drew was also incredibly good. That might be better than Curious Obsession. Kind of think it is. Those cards are just so good. And I'm on the play, so Rejection can nab a turn 1 Memento. I'm gonna try it. Yes, I would like to play first. Well, I have a Path for Hedron Crab, which I like. I have turn 1 Vial, which I like, and Captain plus Wanderer for pressure, so yeah, I'll keep this. Oof, that was a tight one. Forgot about me tapping the Vial to get that thing back into play. Please, no turn 1 Memento. Ugh. Ugh, this might be another tough one. Though having a path for a crab is nice. I don't think my life total matters at all, so... I'm just gonna play the coast. I also have like multiple things I want to do here. Well, same start they had last time. So I have to let this one happen and respond to the fetch. And path your thing. This could get ugly. But the captain will definitely help in applying a lot of pressure. Surprised they would get a basic there. Do they have a push? Probably just trade for this Wanderer. Hopefully they have a bunch of lands. Also, any 2-drop to protect this captain would be nice. That's really what I want here. A Spell Queller would also be good. There's a 2-drop. Perfect. Pay 2 life. Get this captain down. And attack for 3. Hopefully they push now and I get to chains to get the extra point in. I imagine if they had a push, they would be using it right now. So if they don't use it, I wonder if I'm just supposed to get the point in against this Profane Memento. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. This could be bad. They didn't have a... This is my turn. Revolt is not on. Okay. I think people just don't understand quite how Fatal Push works. Maybe they see that they can target it and assume that Revolt is on, but you can target anything. It's target creature if it meets the condition. So you can target anything and then it checks upon resolution. Well, didn't get punished. I'm surprised my opponent waited on that push. When I have Wanderer attacking them for a bunch of damage. If they really want to push theirs, they should probably just push on my turn. Instead, they throw the push away, and now I've got a shot. Please no Mesmeric Orb. If they Mesmeric Orb later, it won't be nearly as bad. That's pretty good. Gaining 4 life. That's fine. I have 7 power currently in play, so that's pretty good. That'll probably kill in 4 turns. I'm going to move these to 3 and 2. I'll just hold this. Three cards in hand. creature there might have turned it to a 3-turn clock, even with some milling on their part. Creature next turn still probably does it, unless they have a lot left over. I do like them making land drops here, because those are just dead cards. Gross. Well, let's make them tap out, I guess, so we get some turns to draw something, but that's a risky reckoning. If I have any spirit in my hand, the Wanderer counters it. But they probably don't have any more lands. Now we are in rough shape, even with them on 2 cards. Always no. And always no. Done ramping up these vials. And okay, creature does something at least. Oh wow, and they gained 3 life because of the memento. That is gross. Let's get this down, get my F6 on. Not another land. Oh, they're gonna have so much time here. So much time. These stupid profane mementos. This is now 13 life. I feel like they keep hitting pretty well early on off these, but probably not by much. That's not good. Wild does help a bit, but they're back at 20. Or close to it. There's a captain. So I'm down to 1 captain left. They've milled 2. Ugh, God. I am very dead. This Profane Memento card is messed up. I mean, if you draw it late, it's pretty bad, but it is incredible on turn 1. So a risky line for my opponent on that Reckoning, but it's paying off here big time. I do not think I'm going to be able to draw into what I need before they mill me out. And drawing lands helps. Me drawing lands does not. Yeah, mill an image, draw a land. Too many lands in a row here. Too many lands in a row. They're going to need to brick real hard for me to get back in this game. They're drawing so many lands to help me out, too. Okay, mill the land. Maybe I'll draw a spell this time. No. Nope. Impossible. Can't do it. Just incapable. Yeah, Moorland Haunt would be nice. That would have been a good land to draw. Oh no. Now all their lands are good. Yeah, they had even another land. Now it's real hard for them to brick, and they're gaining more life. There's 2 more. I got a fetch land here. I wonder if they're out of fetchables. I've seen 6 basics in a watery grave. Doesn't seem like it. Probably another grave in there. Oh, 7th basic. Big fan of basics in this deck, I guess. That is a, when you have a Hedron Crab deck, shouldn't you have a bunch of fetches? I don't know. Down to 16 cards. Keep milling creatures. Come on! Why are you doing this to me? It's the 9th land and 2 vials. My 25 total of them. No idea how many cards I've seen. Oh, Crypt Incursion definitely can't beat that one. Really can't beat much of anything right now. Maybe if they're out of basics and they draw fetch lands, but that's still 3 cards. Maybe if they just draw a million Hedron Crabs in a row. Maybe another Bantu's Last Reckoning. Okay, mill the land. Good start. And an Arbiter. Okay. Okay, we can start attacking for a little bit more. Maybe we can... Ugh. That is really annoying because I drew another 2-drop. So I'll have to tap 2 lands to get them both back into play. So I'll be milling 3 and then 2 more with the wins. So I'll be milling 5 here and be down to 8 cards. I just can't win. Yeah, there's just no way I win this game. I could keep playing it out from here, but I can't. I don't have enough attacks when I'm milling on tapping these creatures. The Bantu's Last Reckoning was the nail in the coffin. I guess maybe if they were drawing a bunch of lands there, if I had drawn well and they had drawn poorly, maybe I can win. But you know, the Bantu's Last Reckoning was the card that got us into that spot where I need both them to brick and me to draw well. That's never a good place to be. It was not a matchup I expected to lose. But, you know, opponent had a really, really good sideboard card. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Rest in Peace. I did think about that, but I think Rejection is better because it also counters Mesmeric Orb, which is one of their better cards, and was also critical in both games. It was really the combination of the two. So stopping one without stopping the other is kind of weak, and I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to have both. Just have a ton of disruption and stop what they're doing, but you also just beat that mill deck by attacking them, especially when you shut down one of their better mill cards in Archive Trap. But I guess when they have Bantu's Last Reckoning too, maybe things change. I don't know. Opponent had a really good sideboard. That's what I do know, and deservedly won the post-sideboard games. So hope you enjoyed watching that one, and you can come back and see me on Friday. Bye.